What are your comments? You've just brought up Rancho Seco, that there's high-level waste there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about other sites that are in California that would have waste? Would you talk about, say, for example, San Onofre? What do you know about that today? And it's a Mark I reactor, I believe. And
No, they're pressurized water reactors.
Oh.
The Mark I that you're referring to are boiling water reactors. We have no boiling water reactors in California. Ours are all PWRs, not BWRs.
Okay.
And they're storing their spent fuel in spent fuel pools at the present time. I don't know that they have any above-level dry sites like they do at Rancho Seco.
And how do you feel that we're going to have to dispose of this waste?
Well, I don't want to dispose of it because in the future we're going to have reactors like EBR-2, which was shut down by the government because they wanted to fund all the money that they had available into renewable resources like wind and photovoltaic generation of electricity, which is not going to meet the need because it requires so much space and so many of these things to do it. We can build reactors today that burn up the long-lived spent fuel. The EBR-2, which is converted to an integral fast reactor at the engineering test site in Idaho, was going to take the fuel out of the present-day reactors when it was spent and put it in that reactor without doing anything and burn up another 15% of it. And then if you reprocess it, and the reprocessing was right on the site with the reactor, it was at that time, put it back in the reactor and continue until all the long-life material is gone. Yes, you still have the fission products. We're talking about 300 years, 300 to 500 years for fission products, as opposed to thousands of years for things like plutonium. And so that's one of the ways to get rid of it. At the same time, generate power. And we could also use thorium. And thorium is not good material to make bombs out of. It's very inefficient for weapons. And you can burn it all up. You burn up all the long life stuff materials in the thorium, and you just come out with fission products. These are solutions. Now, why we don't pursue these solutions? What is interesting is that other countries are pursuing these solutions. Only this country is not pursuing these solutions. In fact, I'll give you one of the best ones going right now, of which I'm sure you have not heard of. There's something called the traveling wave reactor, which is a concept. There's no prototypes built. This reactor will use thorium, but it'll also burn up the current used fuel as opposed to storing it in some place like Yucca Mountain. And Mr. Bill Gates, who has quite a bit of money and is interested in the environment, has said to the federal government, the United States federal government, both the Republicans and the Democrats, that he will donate $1 billion and the use of his highest powered computers with people to operate them to build a prototype traveling wave reactor. If they will contribute $1 billion to go along with that and provide a site for him. And they said, absolutely not. So he went to China and he said to the Chinese government, I'll provide you $1 billion, you match my $1 billion and provide me a site, and I'll provide the computer work. They accepted. And they're developing a traveling wave reactor in China, and we're sitting here, we lost the jobs, we lost the technology, we lost the money, we lost because we don't do nuclear. How do you like that one? And that's a true story. You can look that up on the internet anytime you want to.
And can you give a